Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Happy Monday morning. Sunrise. The temp now is 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Southern Texas, in the Houston area. I'm in my micro food forest. As you can see, I've already taken one of my Bonanza Dwarf peach trees out of the pot, and I've already placed some good organic soil mix that I made inside the pot, and I've already taken all the dirt, the soil, off the roots as I'm preparing to pot this Dwarf Bonanza peach tree in one of my first large DIY African mahogany wooden pots. So, and I've taken all the soil off, as you can see. And the first thing I did was I examined the root ball of this Dwarf Bonanza peach tree. And as you can see, it was growing in here, and it was wrapped all the way around in a big circle, which is not good for a tree. So the first thing I had to do was defoliate, take all the substrate off of the root ball, get that all done, and then I had to go and find the main tree roots. And what I did was I clipped most of this off because it was wrapped around. I clipped it off. Not gonna hurt the tree. And I put some rooting hormone on it right there. I could have actually sacrificed this whole large stem. It wouldn't hurt the tree at all, but I didn't. I'm just being careful. And what I'm gonna do is, this is an anchor root right here that I cut, anchor root. It was attached just like that, wrapping all the way around. So I took that off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish potting this Bonanza Dwarf peach tree in my large DIY wooden African mahogany pot. The reason why I'm repotting it now in the late November going into the winter, because this tree is dormant right now. It's not producing anything. It's in hibernation because it's cool and cold outside. Cool outside, not cold, but cool outside here. And the plant is a deciduous plant, so in the wintertime, late fall, it drops all its leaves and it hibernates. It hibernates. So I'm not hurting the tree. This is one of the best times to repot your deciduous fruit trees that are from America locally, because they're hibernating. Do this in the late fall. So that's what I'm doing. So in the springtime, when the plant feels the sun, all that sun, and it wakes up, it'll be in this new pot, and it'll start growing more and more new roots, start producing flowers, and hopefully start producing nice Bonanza peaches. So I'm going to get this baby potted all up, and then once I get it all potted up, I'm going to have to tie it down within this large DIY African mahogany hardwood pot. I'm going to tie it down because tying it down keeps the tree nice and sturdy. It keeps the tree nice and sturdy. It won't move. If the wind blows or whatever, the tree will not move, and it'll allow its roots in the spring to grow and get more established by tying it down. If I don't tie it down, the Bonanza Dwarf peach fruit tree, it will move, the roots won't get established, and that could hurt the tree. So the first thing I have to do is fill this up with more soil, get the tree about that height, and at the right height, the right place I want it in this pot, this large DIY African mahogany hardwood wooden pot that I made. It's beautiful. I made this myself. I'm going to be making more of these. All my deciduous fruit trees will go into one of these large pots that I'm making. So this is the first one. Get it all settled up, get it wired up, and then I'll give it a little bit of water, not too much water, a little bit of water, and let it settle in. So come March, hopefully it will bloom and produce lots of Bonanza Dwarf peaches. And then I'll go on and repot the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Keep repotting these guys in these large DIY African mahogany hardwood wooden pots I'm making. So, and the reason why I made these pots, and because these pots have more space, they have more horizontal space, so the roots can spread all the way out. Not like in a round pot where the roots can coil and get root bound and cause the tree to strangle the tree. So it's always best to plant a tree in a very square pot, or a not diagonal round pot, because you don't have to worry about the roots wrapping around and strangling your fruit tree. So I'm going to finish getting this started, get it done, and looking forward to seeing this Bonanza Dwarf fruit tree, peaches bloom. And on to the next and the next and the next ones. Okay, you guys have a nice Monday. Hope you're drinking some tea like I am. A little chilly out here. Drinking some tea, detoxing, finding the chi, all that. And at the end of the day, you can grow fruit trees anywhere. I'm showing you this right now. You can grow fruit trees anywhere. This type of fruit tree, these are all dwarf fruit trees. They're dwarf fruit trees that can be grown in containers. If you're living in the suburbs, in a house like I am, or if you're living in a condo within the city, urban condo, you can have fruit trees just like this. You don't need to go out. You don't have to go out and buy thousands or hundreds of acres of land. You don't have to do that. You know, if you don't want to, you can still have fruit trees wherever you live. You know, you just have to do your research and find the right kind of dwarf fruit tree you want, and go ahead and pot it up, and you can have lots and lots of fruit from your fruit trees, you know, no matter where you are. If you're in the suburbs, if you're in the city, in a condo, or if you're in the city in a townhome, you don't have that much space, you can grow a lot of fruit trees, just like I'm doing right now. Until next time, grow some food, do it your way. Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna come to save us. We gotta save ourselves.